welcome back. This will be my 14-week pregnancy update. There's not really too much to update on. So the first thing I'll talk about is my symptoms. There's not really too many, other than the fact I feel like I could cry at everything. Even if it's like the smallest amount sad, I'm in floods of tears, and out of breath, as you can hear. I only have to walk up the stairs, and always hungry, always. It doesn't matter if I've just eaten, I'm still hungry. But obviously I try to limit myself and try to eat the good stuff, even though that's not always what I do. I'm human. I wouldn't necessarily say I have any cravings or anything at the moment, but definitely always hungry. The other thing is I've been noticing a lot of the round ligament pain that you get, you know, like when your uterus stretches. But it was a couple of days ago, I had been having like round ligament pain, but it felt a lot more intense, but it was only on my right side. So I contacted my midwife and just let my midwife know, and she told me to contact triage. Now I thought triage was for when you're over, sorry I sound like a pig, for when you're over 16 weeks, and I googled it just to make sure, and that is what it says on the NHS website. But I contacted them anyway because obviously that's the direction that my community midwife put me in. Contacted them, and of course they said exactly what I was thinking, which was I needed to contact the early pregnancy assessment unit, which they gave me the phone number for. I contacted, and they said basically come in for a scan. So I booked a scan, went in for my scan. They checked basically my ovaries and things like that, checked where I was having the pain to make sure it wasn't like appendicitis, because apparently that's on your right side. And they said they were just a bit more concerned for the fact it was on my right side than my left side, because there's a lot more. Did she say there was a lot more on your left hand side? No, I think there's a lot more on your right hand side that it could have been that would be worse than it was if it was your left hand side, because they normally say like if it's bowels or anything like that, it's normally your left hand side, but it can be your right. And I have suffered with a bit of constipation, but I'm only saying it's constipation because I've had a couple of times where obviously I've really felt, TMI by the way, really felt the need to go, but it's just, you know, like when you sounds disgusting, when you feel like something's there but it just won't come out. That's how I feel, or have felt a couple of times, and I've probably been going like every 3 to 4 days, which I think is what they class as constipation anyway. So I've had a little bit of that as well. But like I say, they checked everything over, and I did get a picture, which I'll show you in a minute, which I wasn't expecting to be allowed a picture, because obviously it's not a scan you would normally have. But she said baby was measuring perfectly, you know, it was literally measuring on the dot that I should have been on that day. Heartbeat was perfect. She said it was what she expected it to be. My ovaries look good. She said obviously she could see cysts on there, and obviously in the past I have been diagnosed with polycystic ovaries. That's why we couldn't conceive with Isaac. But she said they all looked fine, because she said one of their other fears was also that I had a large cyst. But she said they all looked absolutely fine. And they seemed to think that because I told them that obviously I'm a bit stressed at the minute, which is another thing I'll quickly go into in just a second. I'm just a bit stressed and been doing quite a lot, so she reckons that it's just a pulled muscle down here where I've been doing too much, basically. So she basically told me to slow down, make sure I am taking rest breaks, make sure I am drinking plenty and eating plenty of fibre, and obviously taking my prenatals, which I am anyway. So that was kind of that update. It was a weight off my chest knowing that, you know, everything with baby is fine. And she said basically if the pain gets worse, then to go to my doctors, because obviously there's, as they can see, there's nothing wrong with baby, so it must be something internally for me. But it's only if the pain gets worse, and to be honest, I think the pain is slowly subsiding. I'm on like day 4 now of having it, and it is slowly going, or slowly getting less and less anyway. So that was that, and I've got the scan picture, which I'm going to show you. And I've posted this on a couple of Facebook pages just to see what other people's thoughts are to what they think it is, because I have this instinct. I don't know, you just know when you get that feeling that you're adamant you know what it is, and I'm adamant it's a boy. I would love, obviously, a little girl to have one of each. I'm just adamant it's a boy, but I'm thinking boy because on my side of the family it's very mixed, but there are more boys than girls, only slightly. And on Craig's side, they are literally, girls are non-existent. They are all boys. So the chances of me having a girl, I feel like, are really, 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 really low. And both Craig's mum and my dad are desperate for me to have a little girl. I can understand on Craig's mum's side for me to have a girl, because obviously they don't have girls on their side of the family, and I'm not quite sure why my dad wants a girl, but he said it best be, when I showed him my first scan picture, he said, oh god, I hope it's a girl. And I said, yeah, I hope it's a girl, it'd be nice, you know, I'd like one of each. He went, oh no, not for you, for me. I was like, alright then. But I'll show you this scan picture, and I'd love for you to write down in the comments below what your thoughts are as to what you think it is. See, when I posted it on the Facebook pages, I'm gonna say 90% of people have said girl. I don't know how they've said girl. I don't even know how people can tell what it is just by looking at a scan picture. I know you can go by, some people go by the skull theory, but I know that's really inaccurate. And some people go by the nub theory, but I think in all my scan pictures you can't see the nub anyway. Obviously I haven't got a clue what I'm looking at, but I can't see one. So here is my scan picture. You have to excuse me, it's a bit wrinkled because Craig sat on it. So what do you guys think it is? Boy or girl? I'm still adamant it's a boy. Even though I did get, when she was checking the baby, she did do, I think they call it a potty shot. She did have a look between the legs, and I think she measured like the leg bone or something like that. I don't know. She measured something white anyway that was on its leg. And I didn't see, how do I word this? I didn't see boy parts. But obviously I don't know what I'm looking out for, so, but I'm still adamant it's a boy. And we do find out soon. I haven't got a date yet for my 20-week ultrasound. I think I will get that sometime in December, but I fall 20 weeks on like the 24th of December, so I think they'll either try and get me in a little bit before and obviously do me at 19 weeks instead of 20 weeks. I know they can do it between 18 and 20 weeks, they try to do it. Or they will leave me until the new year, which I hope they're not, because I'm really impatient. I just really want to know now, because I think it's a boy, Craig wants a boy, and everybody else seems to think it's a girl, just from going from scan pictures. But don't they normally say mother's instinct is right? So who knows, who knows. But that's kind of it really to update you on baby. Now the other thing I quickly just want to mention is I'm really sorry if this this update has gone up late, or my next one is up late. We are currently moving house. As you can probably tell, our bedside tables are now gone because we're having new ones for the new house, and we currently move in 4 days. So obviously the reason they think it's a pulled muscle, sorry, is because I have been packing a few boxes. Obviously just extra stress, I think, and extra hormones and things like that. She said it does make your muscles a bit more obviously weak and loose than they normally would be, which is completely understandable. Obviously my belly's only growing from here. So yeah, that has been a big stress. And obviously the next it's not a vlog, the next update that you see will be in the new house. If you would like me to do like a, it won't necessarily be an empty house tour, because like I say, we literally move in 4 days and I haven't got the keys yet. And literally when we get the keys, we're moving our stuff over. But if you'd like me to do a house tour, then let me know in the comments below. And I can film one of those for you if any of you are interested. And that's basically all I have to update on. Not too much, you know, symptoms, because I'm in my second trimester now, symptoms are pretty much subsiding. Just tired, but I think every pregnant lady is just always tired. But that is all for now. I will quickly show you my 14-week belly, and I'll see you all in my next update. Bye!